I'll be the last one left when the
Morning,
lights go
everyone.
out. I'm down to one last
Today is a very important day for me, something that I usually look forward to. We're going to talk about a bit of what songs I'm singing and how do I practice to keep my voice and vocals fresh and keep the pipes clean. So let's start the day with a lot of positivity and energy. Hope you can enjoy this day with me. Rise and shine! Since I'm performing today, so I make sure to do a little bit of riyaz or practicing, preparing your vocal cords for the singing. And for that, what I do is like, even before I go and make my breakfast, which I've kind of started right now, but so what you're gonna do is you're gonna select which scale you wanna sing on, which suits your voice the most, and you just play it in the background. And you start practicing while you're making your breakfast. That's what I do. And at least, so, it kind of reminds you that you have to practice. So then no matter what you're doing, you'll come back and you'll sit down and you'll start practicing. I think that's the best thing to do. So I'm going to select a scale. I mean, there's C, A, D, B, but for me, the C scale suits the best. So I'm just going to play this in the background. So let's head to the kitchen. I left my eggs there. Oops. So it's very soothing and calming, the sound of tanpura playing in the background as I prepare my breakfast. And so usually on a day like this, when I have to sing, I would be careful what I'm making. So I'm having eggs. So, if you're having egg with a little bit of, though fried things should be avoided, but I just love my eggs. So I'm not gonna have a lot of those. I'm just gonna have one egg. And so what I do is, and I want my sunny side up. I'm not gonna show you the egg because it's a total mess here. So what I do is like, I usually make my egg with, ghee, as we call it, the asli ghee or the Desi ghee. I think it's good for your throat. Not a lot of it, but I think a single egg wouldn't do much. So I'm sure you're gonna ask me like, what else would I have? I mean, just one egg is not enough for you. You need to eat. You need to have your energies up if you have to practice. So the other thing that I have is this. It doesn't have any sugar and keeps your stomach flat. And I wouldn't put a lot of milk in that because milk again is not good for you. But you can choose what kind of milk you want. Low fat, because milk or any kind of dairy products can create a lot of mucus. I would rather do my riyaz before breakfast, because once you've eaten and your stomach is full, it becomes difficult to riyaz well, or to practice music well. So I'm going to practice first, at least for 20 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever possible. On a day like this, when I'm singing, I would prefer at least 30 minutes, and then I can sit down and eat. So why don't you join me? So you play tanpura in the background and you start practicing. Now there are different ways to practice, First of all, you need to figure out where your sa is. If you know where your sa is, you need to match your sa with the tanpura. And I know there are different ways to practice. You could practice it on a baja or on a piano, but the best they say is to practice on a tanpura. Well, ideally, you should have your own tanpura, but if you don't, you could play it on the screen and practice with it. So now what I'm going to do is match my sa with the sa of tanpura and keep repeating it. Sa. And fill your lungs every time you say sa and breathe through your nose. Sa. And while you're practicing your chord, try to pull it till the end, because if you're going to break it in between, like sa, that's another kind of riyaz. But if you want to, build up your breath and the energy to pull it till the end, you're going to do justice to one of your chords. The rest of them are going to get aligned accordingly. ni sa, sa re sa ni sa. Well, the more you practice, the better it gets. So at least from 20 to 30 minutes in a day, especially when you're performing. The rule is to remember where your sa is, and once you remember your sa, the rest of the song is going to be built on it. Sa. Let me tell you a bit about how these karaoke nights happen. So we have a group of people, from like 20, 25 different families, and they're all in the same group. And so each month, one of them becomes the host. I've not been able to host till now because I do have a place of my own, and I could invite them, but I haven't done it yet. Maybe later on, hopefully soon. So I've been practicing Sonu Nigam's Pehli Pehli Baar Baliye. So I'm going to do a little bit of practicing of that. And the second song, so there are two other songs that I've kept as options. So every person has to sing at least two songs, whoever is there. So I would be singing Pehli Pehli Baar on my turn, and the second song that I'm singing, so I'm confused between Har Khadi Badal Rahi Hai Rang Zindagi, Kal Hona Ho, of course, and the second song is Kaate Nahi Karte. Depends on what sort of ambience or what kind of mood people are in, what kind of songs would like to listen to. पहली पहली बार बलिए दिल गया हार बलिए रब्बा मैनू प्यार हो गया हाय दिल का करार खो काटे नहीं कटते ये दिन ये रात कहनी थी तुमसे जो दिल की बात. Well, all set to go to the event. It's a little cold outside, so I'm going to wear this jacket. And I did whatever I could, eat the right kind of food, do a little bit of riyaz, that is practicing, and practiced a bit of songs that I have to sing. And now let's see how it goes. Well, hopefully it's going to be good. So let's hit the road. Can't stop this thing we started. The most important thing is, when you're about to sing, you have a concert or a performance, is not to get intimidated that you have a performance. You don't have to think about it so much, because sometimes even that kind of could affect your vocal cords. And by the time you reach there, gala baitha hua hai. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Well, here I am. It was not a very long drive. It just took me like 15 minutes or something to reach here. So let the party begin, and a little something for the host. So I'm going to walk inside and introduce you to the host, because every time we have a different host here. So today the host's name is Nazia the Great. She's not just a good host, she's a great singer too. So hello Nazia, how are you doing? So hi. Nazia, sabse pehle, thank you so much for being such a gracious host. I mean, it's a great party, and people are like feeling very welcomed, and it's very warm of you to invite us all here. Now I need to know, मुझे आप थोड़ा सा ये बताएं कि होता क्या है, क्योंकि लोग थोड़ा जानना चाहते हैं. This is all about Buffalo Karaoke Nights. तो होता क्या, हर बार क्या ड्रिल होता है, कौन होस्ट होता है, कितना होता है सारा प्रोग्राम? एक नंबर ले आप डाउन ले लीजिए. So you pick up a number.
Yes, we do pick numbers. We write the names everybody. So we are like 10 people, whichever. And then it goes to everybody's house every day. One person hosts, and then the rest of the people comes, and then they cook. Everybody cooks something, like one dish, and then we all eat and enjoy together.
So today you're singing, like we are singing two songs together.
Two songs I'm singing with you.
So one is when you are singing, and that is Main Tujhe Kabul. Which movie is that? Khuda Gawah. And there's another song she'll be singing when I'm going to be singing. She's going to be accompanying me. And the song is Pehli Pehli Baar. I don't remember the name of the movie.
I don't remember.
Right now I'm with a singer, शोभा जी, and you know उनकी आवाज़ जो है वो बहुत खूबसूरत है, बड़ी सूदिंग है कानों को. When she sings, you really want her to sing and you want to listen to her. So Shobha ji, can you tell me how long these karaoke nights have been happening in Buffalo?
In Buffalo, so far, I can go far back. Whatever I know, at least last 10 to 15 years.
15 years? It's a long time.
15.
Wow,
1-5.
1-5, right? So you are a good singer. I've heard you singing. She has a very soothing voice.
Only thing I need to know if somebody will guide me how to take real voice out of my throat, which I'm not very good with that. But my effort will continue. That's all I can say.
And you know, every time, you know, I've always tried to sing with her. But उसके लिए पहले I have to get an appointment from her so that you know we could practice. But she's busy. We have the host again. Finally, all the sound arrangements have been made, and I'm ready to sing. So here we go.
पहले तो महसूस हुई ना मुझको ऐसी पहली बार बनिए दिल गया हार बनिए रब्बा मैनू प्यार हो गया हाय दिल का करार हो गया हाय दिल का करार हो गया बोले तेरी सोनी सोनी अखा मस्तानियां प्यार के लिए देगी लाखों कुर्बानियां करके एतबार बलिए दिल गया हार बलिए रब्बा मैनू प्यार हो गया हाय दिल का करार हो गया हाय ने जो ली अंगड़ाई है फिर बात वही याद आई है तुमने जो ली अंगड़ाई है फिर बात वही याद आई है जो आज मैं कहता हूँ I love you I love you I love you हो कोई गुलाम चाहे बादशाह इश्क के बगैर जिंदगी गुनाह
बस ये सोच कर मेरी जान ही वही वही बस ये सोच कर मेरी जान ही यानी दिल दिया गवा खुदा गवा ये लड़का हाय कैसा है दीवाना कितना मुश्किल है तौबा इसको समझाना
So after feasting on some melodious songs, it was time to feast on some good food. So what do you think about it? Please do tell me and do like and subscribe.